Hi, my name is Chloe Pierce. I'm a senior this year. My senior project teacher was Mrs. Becky Bermansolo, and this is my senior project video for the graduating class of 2020. When I was deciding on my senior project topic, I knew right away I wanted to pick something useful, something that I would actually use every day or at least every week, and something that I wouldn't just do for a semester or even just for a class and just forget and not even care about anymore, but something intentional and something purposeful. So I decided to choose to learn how to crochet. My mentor was the wonderful Miss Debbie Brown. She works at a local shop called Something Old, Something New. She actually taught me how to knit when I was in grade school, and she was the first person I thought of to teach me how to crochet. She was very kind, very patient with me the entire project, and I'm just really thankful that she was the one to teach me. When I first started this project, I was really nervous. I was like, all right, I want to crochet, but I had no idea where to start. I knew I needed yarn, and as compared to knitting, you only use one needle, and I had no idea how people make these beautiful, amazing things with just one needle instead of two. So not only was I nervous about the process and making sure I knew how to do the stitching and being able to create something that I could give to other people and they would enjoy, but I was also worried about my confidence a little bit. I was a little nervous, and I tend to get down on myself when I don't get things right away or the first time or the first try. So I was really nervous headed into this project. Come to find out, I really had nothing to worry about. So just to show you a little bit about what I did, this is a scarf that I gave to my grandpa for Christmas, part of being able to use crocheting for something practical. And it was my first real try. When I first started, I was using a different kind of yarn. So as you can tell with this yarn, it's a little bit thicker and it's made of a more resilient material, a little bit more wool. When I first started, I was using baby yarn. So as you can see, this yarn is a lot thinner and it's a lot more fragile. So when I started, my grandma said, hey, why don't you use this yarn that I have? And I was like, great, I don't have to pay for yarn. But as I was going, I was getting so frustrated, and I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. And Miss Debbie said, why don't you try a different yarn? And automatically, my crocheting progress went through the roof. So using a different kind of yarn definitely just boosted my confidence a lot as I was trying to figure out the process. So my first real project, my grandpa's scarf, it's really not bad. He really enjoys it. He wears it with his really nice coat. But as you can see here, it starts a little bit wider and gets a little bit smaller as it goes throughout the scarf. I might have dropped stitches and things like that as I was going along. The stitching is pretty even. One thing I noticed is that when I would put it down and then pick it back up, I had a really hard time keeping my tension consistent throughout the whole time. So this scarf wasn't bad. He really loves it. He really enjoyed it. I had to ask it back after I gave it to him for Christmas. And then this scarf was my brother's scarf, and this is way better. I'm really proud of this one, actually. It's really even across the entire way, as you can see here. So I was really consistent throughout the entire scarf. And the tension was really nice. I didn't have to pull the stitching a lot to make it, pretend to be bigger than it was. So this one was really great. So overall, I would say I really enjoyed this project. Not only did I learn a really useful skill that I'm able to make gifts for people for, but I really was able to grow in confidence and learn how to maybe take a different approach and maybe take a different step, but not to give up on something. So I really enjoyed that aspect, and I also really enjoyed being with my mentor, Miss Debbie. People would come in every day. Every day I was in there at her shop, and they would ask for advice, they would ask for help, and she was always ready to give and always ready to help other people. People that were strangers when they walked in the door felt like friends when they left. So not only did I learn from Miss Debbie how to crochet, but also how to really reach people and be around other people. So all in all, I really enjoyed this project, and I'm really thankful for the opportunity. Thank you.